Honda CB500F. Best beginner motorcycle. Parallel twin. There is something so satisfying about a motorcycle that fits like a well-worn glove, and that's how the 2022 Honda CB500F matches up with my 5'6" 115-pound body. It follows my movements effortlessly, never getting in the way of what I want to do or overwhelming me with its weight or power. As the naked bike in Honda's midsize lineup of 500 twins, the CB500F is most in its element as an urban motorcycle, handling commuting duties and around-town errands, while capably serving as a weekend sport bike in the canyons. Introduced in 2013 and updated every 3 years, the CB500F receives several functional improvements for 2022. The well-tweaked bike now has an inverted Showa SFF-BP fork, dual-disc brakes up front, and has shed a few pounds. Already an approachable, easy-to-ride bike, these refinements further hone the CB500F as one of the best go-to bikes for a wide swath of riders. The CB500F has twin 296mm rotors up front for 2022. Gone is the single 310mm disc and axial mount caliper. They are replaced with smaller dual discs grasped by radially mounted 4-piston Nissin calipers. Braking is linear and rewarding. There was never a time when I felt a lack of confidence in the brakes. The harder I squeezed the 5-position adjustable lever, the quicker I slowed down. This allows an aggressive rider to extract the maximum performance out of the sensible 500F, while never catching a novice rider by surprise with a harsh initial bite. When riding more leisurely, the engine compression braking is often enough to slow you down. There's a 240mm disc in the rear for finessing stops around town or aiding hard braking in the canyons. I'm a rear brake fan, and the feel at the pedal is spot on. ABS is standard, non-intrusive, and always welcome. An inverted Showa SFF-BP fork appears on the 2022 Honda CB500F. Upgrading the conventional 41mm fork to Showa's separate function fork, big piston design gives the CB500F a firmer front end. There's a spring in one tube and damping in the other, saving weight. No adjustments are available on the fork, not to worry, the action is well dialed as is. Plus, there's plenty of feedback for the aggressive riders amongst you. The linkage-assisted shock is adjustable for spring preload should you take a passenger. Dropping 4 pounds from its curb weight, the CB500F weighs in at 416 pounds for 2022. While that still outweighs me 3.5x times over, it doesn't feel like a handful. Even at parking lot speeds, where you most feel a motorcycle's weight, the 500F is easy to maneuver. It's 16 pounds lighter than the closely related fared CBR500R, and weighs 23 pounds less than the CB500X Adventure iteration. Coupled with the low seat height, it feels even lighter. These are pluses for less experienced riders, making the 500F that much more of a blast for the seasoned rider. Weight savings came from tweaks to the swing arm, radiator, and lighter wheels. Power delivery is smooth, supportive, and plenty adequate for the job at hand. Yes, you have to twist the throttle hard and shift quickly if you want to access the full range of the liquid-cooled 471 cubic centimeters parallel twins potential, but the upside is that the CB500F is never intimidating. The motor is friendly and predictable, making it an excellent choice for beginners or riders moving up. Ergonomics are welcoming and reassuring, especially for newer riders. When riding hasn't yet become second nature, the security of being able to get your feet flat on the ground is huge. At just over 31 inches, the CB500F's seat will make many riders smile. The compact chassis puts hand and foot controls within easy reach, and the seated-in riding position creates a secure feeling of being at one with the bike. Sensible Michelin Road 5 tires still allow for enthusiastic weekend riding. The all-purpose rubber from Michelin is a sport touring tire designed to provide high mileage while working for sport riding and wet conditions. While one might expect a jack of all trades to be a bit ho-hum, I was impressed with the Road 5's inspiring athleticism. I scraped pegs while sprinting through corners on Mulholland Drive, a sure sign of confidence in the grip and the added rigidity of the new fork. Also notable is how well the Road 5s handle freeway rain grooves, nary a wander or head shake. With a 4.5-gallon tank and a fuel-efficient motor, the 2022 Honda CB500F doesn't bust your budget, even if the price of gas is soaring. When the corner filling station's posted price went to nearly $7 per gallon a few weeks ago, I was happy to do 100% of my driving aboard the thrifty CB500F. According to the LCD dash, which reports fuel consumption, I regularly averaged 60 plus mpg even with some aggressive canyon runs and high-speed freeway trips thrown in the mix. It's almost impossible to get less than 200 miles from a tank.